In this day and age, it's very important to have surprises and traps readily available. So here I'm going to present bishop e2. Certainly a very rare move, and we're going to follow grandmaster level technique, including Bortnyk, to play with the white pieces. So here, very simple, castle, castle. Both sides have developed their pieces and put their king to safety. So now this is where this video is very important. Instead of going to hundreds and hundreds of moves and variation and learning, that's not the point. The point is, what is white's plan? White is playing for the attack. You can see here, I didn't put the black pieces purposely to focus on white. White gonna bring the queen to e1, and then the queen's gonna go to g3 or h4 on the king side. And then to attack black, you're gonna play f4, f5. So that's a very, very important strategy. You're trying to limit black's counterplay on the queen side and go for a king side attack. And that's really the idea you have to have in mind, regardless of how black develop its own pieces. So with that, we go back to the game, and after castle, castle, very important, a4 played. Why a4? Because black would like to develop the plan like that and attack your c3 pawn. So a4, you slow down black's progress. And here in this game, black was worried by white would play f4, f5 and play f5 directly. That's blocking your plan here. And now we follow Bortnyk, a very strong grandmaster. He's putting the queen on g3, targeting g6, which is a soft pot. Now he brings the rook to g1. Look at these pieces for white. They're very perfectly placed. And now, what should black do? In the game, black tried to do knight g8. That's kind of like an awkward maneuver. So if black would have played bishop b7, that would be my recommendation. You can either play knight c4, which is fairly strong, with the idea of e5, and you black play d5, you bring your knight over here. Or you could also play queen h3, with the idea of knight g5 check, attacking here, and attacking there. So now the play would continue and we do knight c4. You have a perfect plan here for white. Anyway, in the game, knight g8, knight h4, attacking g6, and black defended with queen e8. Much better was to defend like that, but still, you're gonna play a little bit with white, and now you're bringing all your pieces, right? You can have that lurking around and potentially g4. You have a great setup. But anyway, here, black plays queen e8, defending g6. But now we have knight c4. So very important that jump, attacking d6. If the queen moves, you're winning on the spot. So here, black try to defend, taking here. And now with e5, you have a monster knight here. You still have the attack. We'll move 17 and black is busted. I'll show you really quickly how the game continue. So here, black is trying to put a nice knight over here. So you do bishop c4, preventing the knight from coming here. You would take the knight. And the game is over. And here, beautiful, brilliant move, knight e4. So now, if black takes, you have the fork. That's the idea of knight e4. And again, if you try to move away, you have the fork, and this time you are winning easily. So after this move, black try to take the knight, but it's very obvious to me that with the queen, white is gonna crash through. And after this, and here, simply attacking and winning on the spot. So that was the idea where black play a5 in this position. Let me show you a different game with a better plan for black. In order to prepare I have a game played between Stockfish and a weaker agent with black to see what would happen if black defends better. So here, Queen E1, that's our main plan. And here, black correctly strike in the center. So you play like that. And here, E5 is Stockfish recommendation. You can see that black is going to have to defend the dark squares. So here, black decided to push G4. If black doesn't push, then with white, you play G4 yourself. You have a beautiful knight. And after this, knight F3, knight coming to G4, you have a dominant position. So if I played G4, and now knight E4 is Stockfish idea. You can see knight jump, very important. And of course, you're gonna dominate the dark square. So here, knight E3, that's attacking F1. But here you can give the exchange. And yes, black could take over here, but look at this monster bishop and the dark squares. If it was white to play, you come here, then H6 and G7 checkmate. So let me demonstrate. If black were to take, then you have to play H5 to avoid queen H6. And here, simply, you crash through. Boom. And over here, how do you finish the game? Simply the cool bishop d1, and you have checkmate. There's absolutely no way to defend for black. So in the game, obviously taking is bad. So here with black, black retreat, trying to come to f5 and trying to defend. But the position is already very good for white. So let me just show you how the game continues. So here, white has given up a rook for the knight. But we can see that constantly black has to watch for this theme. So the game continues. And here, that's the last idea. Black is trying to defend with material up, but here, g4. You can break through and you're gonna attack the king. Let me show you how. Black tries to defend, and here, king f2. You're dominating on the dark square, and the threat is rook g1, rook g3, rook h3. It seems slow, but black has no way to attack that king over here. The queen, the rook, the bishop, it's all passive pieces. Meanwhile, you're attacking with white. So I really like that idea. And here, white is completely winning. If black were to take back, simply another sack like that. And if you try to defend, attacking with the rook, the king move, you're doing checkmate. But if you take the rook, then you win the queen. So clearly you are winning on the spot. So here there was this, and here beautiful bishop h5 continuing the attack. Now very interesting, if you were to play like that, you simply have rook g7 threatening checkmate. So if the queen comes in, you lose the queen. And once again, if you try to do a move like that, simply rook f7, rook h8, checkmate, and you can evade the checks. Let's say here, you come here, perfect, you're hiding the king, and no matter what, you're winning on the spot here. So that concludes this plan, which was very important, of queen g3 playing f5, and no matter what black tries to counter in the center, you have a beautiful position and easy ideas to remember. So that's how you can surprise your opponent with bishop e2, having in mind how to continue, and then with the simple ideas, win under 25 moves. I'll see you in the next one.